is always stressful, but not doing your research before packing your bags can be a very costly mistake.
Scammers can turn relocating into an expensive nightmare, but there are some red flags you can look out for. And joining us this morning with more is President and CEO of the BC Better Business Bureau, Simone Lees. Good morning, Simone. Wonderful to see you.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
All right. I have personal interest. I'm moving in July. How do moving scams work?
Well, often what happens is you wait till the last minute, you're going through the classifieds, trying to find someone because it's a really busy season. You end up booking someone, you give them the deposit, you have no idea really how much you're going to be paying. And then either they don't show up or day of the move, you're out of pocket significant amount of money because either the price is a lot more than you expected, or even worse, they won't even deliver your goods until you pay a bigger bill.
Yeah, it's almost like they're holding your stuff for ransom. How are you able to spot the red flags to know that the company that you're thinking about hiring maybe is a bit of a scam?
Well, first thing you want to do is make sure that you're doing your research. So what we always suggest is contact 3 businesses and have them provide you with written estimates. If that business doesn't show up and provide you with an estimate, or they tell you that you don't need anything in writing, that right there is suspicious. Some other signs that you're not maybe dealing with the most established business is that they show up and they don't have company uniforms, they don't have a truck with company branding, so it looks like they're not investing in a business that's going to be here tomorrow.
Simone, are there any unusual requests a moving company can make that are potentially red flags?
Well, part of what I would suggest is always make sure you find out in advance what all the fees are. Sometimes a business might have fees or surcharges, like going upstairs or a piano charge or an elevator fee. These are quite industry standard, but if you aren't aware of them in advance, it can provide you with a bit of a heartache day of the move.
You know, I've moved a lot, and I want to say that you pack things up, and then the movers come, they take it, and you really don't know exactly how many boxes you have, you know, what you've got. How important is it to actually keep track of all your belongings?
It's really important, especially if you've got valuable goods. It's also really important that you understand what your coverage is. Some companies will tell you that they're insured, but they're not really talking about providing you with insurance. They're talking about insurance for themselves. So it's really a good understanding of reading over that document that they provide you, understanding what insurance actually covers, is its weight generally, and then finding out what your house insurance covers, doing an itemized list, and then providing, you know, really checking them in as they go in and then also as they go out. There's some really great resources both available on our website and also on the Canadian Association of Movers to help guide consumers through this process.
Yeah, nothing worse when you mark a box that says fragile because you have an item in there and then you find out it's broken in the move. When should you contact the BBB or even police for help if you're going through a tough time with the movers?
Well, if you feel like things are going astray, I mean, we have to move in after. You can come to the BBB website. You can find an accredited business who meets our standards. You can get tips from us. And then if you have a problem and you want to try to resolve it with the movers, you can come to us as well. If the day of the move you feel like you're being held hostage and it's becoming quite scary for you, that's when I would call the authorities in.
Simone Lee with the Better Business Bureau. Thank you so much for joining us this morning with your tips on how to avoid moving.